You feel it first thing in the morning, don't you? That stiffness when you swing your legs out of bed and stand up. Those first few steps where your knees feel creaky and tight, like a rusty hinge that needs a moment to get going. Or maybe you feel it on the stairs now, that little ache and hesitation that never used to be there. Maybe getting up out of your favorite chair has become a two-part effort. A push, a pause, and then up. And maybe, quietly, you've started to avoid certain things. The long walk you used to love, getting down on the floor to play with the grandchildren because you're not sure you'll get back up easily. If any of that sounds familiar, then today is for you. And I want you to know right away, you are far from alone. Our joints, and especially our knees, are some of the hardest working parts of our entire body. Think about it. Your knees are remarkable hinges that have bent and straightened, carried your full weight, and absorbed every single step, every stair, and every stumble for 60, 70, 80 years or more. That is an extraordinary amount of work, and after 60, it's no wonder they start to let us know they've been busy. But here is what I most want you to understand today. That stiffness and those aches are not simply a life sentence you have to accept and endure. So many people believe that joint pain is just an unavoidable part of getting older, and that there's nothing to be done but grit their teeth and put up with it. And that belief, more than almost anything, is what leads people to move less, and then stiffen more, and slowly lose the very mobility and freedom they treasure. But the truth is far more hopeful. There is a great deal you can do to keep your joints healthier, more comfortable, and more flexible, and to protect your knees so they keep carrying you, comfortably, for years to come. So today, I'm going to walk you through 7 simple habits to help keep your joints and your knees healthy and pain-free after 60. Some of these may surprise you, and 1 or 2 do the exact opposite of what people expect. And the 7th one, the very last habit, is the one I most want you to hold on to, because ignoring it is a mistake far too many people make. So please, stay with me all the way to the end. Now, just a quick and honest word before we begin. Everything I share today is general guidance offered with care, not medical advice, so please check with your doctor about your own joints and health. With that said, let's gently begin. And before we do, I'd love to know who's here with me today. So tell me down in the comments, which joint gives you the most trouble these days? Is it the knees, the hips, the hands, or the back? I read every single one. All right, let's talk about that very first habit, and it's the one that surprises people the most. The first habit is this: keep moving, gently, because when it comes to your joints, motion truly is lotion. Now, this surprises so many people, because when a joint aches, our first instinct is to rest it, to protect it, to stop using it. And of course, there's a time for rest. But here's the thing that catches people off guard. For stiff, achy joints, gentle, regular movement is usually one of the very best things you can do. You see, inside each joint is a fluid that keeps it lubricated and cushioned, and moving the joint is what helps keep that fluid working and keeps the joint nourished and flexible. When you stop moving a joint, it tends to grow stiffer and more painful, not less. So the goal is gentle, regular motion. Low-impact movement is the friend of your joints. A nice walk, gentle stretching, moving through your full, comfortable range. The key word is gentle. We're not talking about anything jarring or high impact that pounds the joints, but rather smooth, easy movement that keeps them limber. As always, check with your doctor about what's right for you, but do keep those joints gently moving. A joint that keeps moving tends to stay far more comfortable than one that sits still, which brings us to the second habit, and this one is especially powerful for your knees. Maintain a healthy weight. I share this one gently and without any judgment at all, because it truly matters, particularly for the knees. Here's why. Every extra pound you carry places far more than a single pound of pressure on your knees with each step, because of the way those joints work under load. So carrying extra weight means your knees are working much harder and bearing much more strain every time you stand, walk, or climb a stair. And here's the wonderfully hopeful side of that. It means that even losing a modest amount of weight can take a surprisingly large burden off your knees and bring real relief. You don't need a dramatic transformation. Even a little can make a genuine difference to how your knees feel. So if this is something you're able to work on, gently and sensibly and with your doctor's guidance, your knees may thank you more than almost any other part of you. It's one of the kindest things you can do for them. And that leads us into the third habit, which is to feed your joints well. What you eat can genuinely influence how your joints feel, because so much of joint discomfort involves inflammation in the body, that low, simmering kind of irritation, and certain foods may help calm it while others tend to stir it up. So lean gently toward the foods that soothe, colorful fruits and vegetables of every kind. Fish, if you enjoy it, for those healthy fats that research suggests may help ease inflammation. Nuts, whole grains, beans, and good olive oil. And then, gently and without guilt, go a little easier on the heavily processed, very sugary, and deep-fried foods that tend to fuel inflammation in the body. You don't need a strict or joyless diet. Just a plate with plenty of color and good whole foods on it, most days. Think of every bright vegetable and every piece of fish as a small, soothing gift to your joints. A well-fed body tends to carry more comfortable joints along with it. The fourth habit is to gently strengthen the muscles around your joints, because strong muscles are like a supportive cushion for the joint they surround. Take your knees, for example. The muscles in your thighs and legs help support your knees, absorb some of the shock with every step, and keep the joint stable and steady. When those muscles are strong, they take a good deal of the load off the joint itself. When they're weak, the joint has to bear more of the burden alone. So gently building and keeping a little strength in the muscles around your joints is a wonderful way to protect them. This doesn't mean heavy or difficult exercise at all. Gentle strengthening movements, done regularly and within your comfort, can make a real difference over time. Because this touches on your physical health and your joints directly, this is very much one to do with your doctor's guidance, or with a physical therapist who can show you what's safe and right for you. But strong, supported joints are comfortable joints, and it's well worth the gentle effort. Now, if you're finding this helpful so far, do me one small kindness and tap that like button. It genuinely helps this reach more good people our age. Thank you so much. Now, on to the fifth habit. The fifth habit is to protect your joints in the small ways you move through your everyday life. So much wear and strain on our joints comes not from any one big thing, but from the countless small ways we use them, day in and day out. And a few gentle changes here can spare them a great deal. So when you lift something, bend at your knees and hips and let your legs do the work, rather than bending and straining from your back. Try not to spend long stretches kneeling or squatting, which puts hard pressure on the knees. Be mindful of your posture, sitting and standing tall, since good posture keeps everything aligned and eases strain. Wear supportive, well-cushioned shoes that absorb some of the shock with each step, rather than hard, flat, or worn-out ones. And when you've been sitting for a while, give your joints a moment to gently loosen up before you ask them to work hard, rather than leaping straight up and rushing off. These small mindful habits, repeated every day, add up to a great deal of protection for your joints over the years. Be gentle with the joints that carry you. The sixth habit is to listen to your body and to balance activity with rest. Now, this might sound like the opposite of our very first habit about keeping moving, but it's really the other side of the same wise coin. Yes, gentle, regular movement is wonderful for your joints, but there's an important difference between gentle movement and pushing through real pain. Movement should feel good, or at least comfortable, not sharply painful. So learn to listen to what your joints are telling you. If an activity causes sharp or worsening pain, that's your body asking you to ease off, not to push harder through it. On the days your joints are more sore and flared up, it's perfectly wise to be a little gentler and to give them some rest. Many people find that gentle warmth, like a warm bath or a heat pack, soothes a stiff and achy joint, while a cool pack can help calm a joint that's swollen and inflamed. The art of it is balance, enough gentle movement to keep your joints limber, and enough rest to let them recover. Your body is always giving you signals. The sixth habit is simply to listen to them with kindness. And if these habits are helping you today, please do subscribe so we can keep looking after ourselves and staying mobile and free together. Now, the seventh and final habit, and the one I most want you to remember. The seventh habit is this: don't just accept ongoing joint pain as your fate. Talk to your doctor about it. Please, hold on to this one, because it's the habit that so many people get wrong. Remember how we began, with that widespread belief that joint pain is simply an unavoidable part of getting old, something you just have to live with and endure in silence? That belief is exactly what leads people to suffer for years, and to slowly give up the activities they love without ever getting the help that's available to them. And I want to gently challenge that today. Some aches and stiffness may indeed be part of a well-used life, but ongoing pain that limits what you can do, joints that are swollen, hot, or getting steadily worse, or pain that's stealing your sleep or your mobility, None of that is something you simply have to accept without a word. So please, if your joints are causing you real, ongoing trouble, don't suffer in silence, and don't just resign yourself to it. Make an appointment and talk to your doctor. There are so many things that can genuinely help. Ways to ease the pain, to protect the joint, to keep you moving and comfortable and independent. But you have to ask, and you have to let someone take a proper look. Catching a joint problem earlier, before it worsens and steals more of your mobility, is always the wiser and kinder path. You deserve to move through your days with comfort and freedom, not to grit your teeth through pain that could be helped. So bring it out of the silence and into your doctor's office. That's the 7th habit, and it just might be the most important of all. So there we have it, 7 simple habits to keep your joints and knees healthy and comfortable after 60. Let's gather them all up one last time so they stay with you. Keep moving gently, because motion is lotion. Maintain a healthy weight to ease the load on your knees. Feed your joints with soothing, colorful foods. Gently strengthen the muscles that support them. Protect your joints in the small, everyday ways you move. Listen to your body and balance activity with rest. And don't just accept ongoing pain, talk to your doctor about it. Not one of these is complicated, and every single one is something you can begin this very week. So don't feel you must do them all at once. Just choose the one that spoke to you most. And if I may gently suggest a place to start, on your very next walk to another room, simply move a little more mindfully and gently, and notice how it feels to keep those joints in motion. Small, gentle movement, done kindly and often, is the foundation of it all. Because caring for your joints is truly caring for your freedom to keep walking, keep climbing those stairs, and keep getting down on the floor with the grandchildren, and back up again, for many years to come. So now I'd love to hear from you. Tell me down in the comments, which of these 7 habits are you going to start with? And which joint has been giving you the most trouble lately? I read every single comment, and I so look forward to hearing from you. And if this helped you today, please give it a like, so more wonderful people our age can find it too, and do subscribe, so we can keep taking good care of ourselves, together. Take very good care of yourself, and keep those hard-working joints moving. And I will see you very soon, in the next one.